Hello and welcome back to another very special episode of Is the Bus Still Running? A podcast for the UAS Observer, hosted by me, Christian Vallejo. Today we're out of the podcast studio and back home for the holiday weekend, so please pardon if you hear any random background noises. I try my best to keep it as quiet for you guys. But today I'm really excited because I'm reconnecting with an old friend. Her name is Nicayla Moy, and welcome, Nicayla.
Hi. I'm so excited.
Are you able to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
I'm 20 years old. What else I'm 20 years old. I'm an MUA and a hairstylist on the side. And I just love living life.
Period. Yes, I'm really excited about this because Nicayla's been my friend for quite some time. She was actually my very first friend we made in high school.
Period.
Yeah, so I'm glad to be able to reconnect with her, especially through this podcast, because I know it's something we both really like doing. So let's jump straight into it, Nicayla. So, we both went to Eisenhower High School here in Decatur, and we both took like some different paths after graduating. I know I was unsure if I was going to go to college or not, but I know my mom really like pushed me towards it and was like very encouraging and very like I don't want to say like forceful, but she was like showing me like the ups and downs and like giving me reasons why she would want me to go to college, which helped like persuade me towards going. But I wanted to like she ever like force me like, hey, you better go to college or else.
Yeah.
And then I want to know your experiences. I know you didn't end up going.
Yeah, I was going to go to college. I was going to go to the University of Indiana. And I got accepted and everything. It was about time to move in. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take a gap year. And I worked at McDonald's. And I was going to do this online gap thing where you go abroad and you travel abroad for like 6 weeks. It was going to be through Barcelona. And I ended up not doing that, which I'm glad because, I don't know, working at McDonald's really helped me find like friends outside of school. And yeah, because I didn't have no friends. Well, once like school's over and everybody went to college. So yeah, I found my best friend as of right now. And I got a godson from her, so which I'm very blessed. But yeah, life after graduation I think was tough. Just the end of high school was tough for me because I was about to fail. I didn't want to go to graduation. I didn't even have a graduation party. None of that. It was just very depressing. I don't know. I think it was just because it was online.
Yeah.
And that was just all depressing. So me working, I don't know. I think working at McDonald's was a blessing for me. And I always be thankful for that because I don't know, it just helped me work out of that funk. But yeah.
Yeah, that's very interesting to hear, honestly. And I like the fact that you brought up that, like, near graduation was a bit depressing. And I kind of agree with you. Because we were, like, that year, that generation that ended up, like, having, like, our high school, like, life kind of, like, destroyed by the pandemic. Like, we didn't get to do any of, like, the senior rituals, like the picnic or, like, any of that stuff.
Picnic, prom, the last day, skip day, homecoming, none of that. Like, we didn't get none of our last firsts or anything.
And it's not like we can go back and do it again or anything.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it sucks.
So, I understand that. And I also really agree with you on the part where you stated that life, like, after graduating is, like, very lonesome.
Yeah.
Because, like, you just, like, separated from like the friendships you made for 4 years, and now you have to like, because most of those friendships don't like stay.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I feel like we all grew, like we all had to grow up in a sense, like
We all go through our different paths, and
like we didn't, like, you know, sometimes people, oh, let's go to the same college, this, that, there, but I don't think we ever really talked about what college we was going to. Oh yeah, I'm for sure going to college, any of that. But I think that's also just because we were online and the pandemic and we had what was it called? Quarantine.
Yeah.
And we just, I don't know, we just focused on ourselves and it was depressing. So like, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was in the bed. I was slept all day. That's all I remember is sleeping. Even being in class,
On Zoom.
I had alarm set for when the class ended, so I could wake up
And
and then
Zoom.
enter another one, and I
Yeah.
slept.
Yeah, and something else I want to bring up from that topic we just discussed about friendships and about Nicayla and I feel like I have very few friends, which I made in high school, who I feel like we can like stop talking, and then once we see each other, we reconnect immediately.
Yes, I feel like that's definitely us, and that's why I feel like that's the beauty in friendships and when you really connect. Because I will say, in high school, you were like one of my best friends in high school because I didn't talk to nobody else. I wasn't friends with nobody else. It was like you, Ella, Carissa, Torica. Sometimes she wasn't with us.
Yeah.
That's how like you really made a real bond with somebody when you can like stop talking for a while and like go on with your life, but be able to like reconnect and have
come back.
do little things like our little Chicago thing. That was so fun. I still look at the pictures. I'm like, oh, we had so much fun. I got to do that again. Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
Definitely. Well, switching on to our next topic. I know, like you mentioned and you brought up, and I know we discussed a little bit. Whenever I would come back to town, and I had to get a little hair done by your mom. I know we would discuss a little bit about how you were interested in going to a historically
Black college.
black college, yes. And what decided upon you like not doing that?
My grades in high school. I feel like I wasn't. I feel like that's sometimes I always talk to my friend about this. I wish I could go back and redo them 4 years and really like put my foot down and really just put the pedal to the metal. So I could have went to college or had the option to go to any college I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. And I really just slacked off. The whole 4 years, just didn't care. And then, but yeah, I wanted to go to college. Like that was growing up. I was like, yeah, I'm going to college. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I go to college. And then once I got to high school, I was like, yeah, I want to go to a black college. Really get that cultural feel. Connect with my roots.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like just me not getting them constant like, oh nope, you're not accepted. You're not accepted. We didn't want you. Your grades are bad, all that. But I feel like that really was just like, okay, yeah, I don't really want to go to college no more. And then I was like scared. I don't know. I feel like I had a fear, just like moving away from my sisters and my brother.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also played a part into like why I didn't go to college. And then like money, that scared me. That's
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my biggest fear. And then like I'm like, well, what if I get out of college and nothing works out? Like now I'm just stuck with all this debt.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. You made a lot of interesting points that I agree with. Another question I wanted to ask was, do you ever feel like I don't know the word I'm looking for, like put down maybe? Like when I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, if you don't go to college, you're really not like that big in life. Like, how does like that make you feel? Like,
yeah, when I see like when I'm scrolling on Facebook and I see somebody post something like that, I do kind of feel some type of way. But I'm kind of like, oh well, I feel like I understand where people come from when they be like, okay, well, I feel like I gotta go to college. But there's so many other things you can do. I've took business classes, not being in college, and I've talked to actual business owners. And yeah, I may want to go back and like get a little business associates thing. But other than that, I feel like it's just what you make out of it.
Yeah.
Like there's trade schools, cosmetology schools. You don't always have to go to that 4-year college and do that. You can be successful doing anything. Like a lot of people didn't even go to school and like they're successful doing just something they love, like braids, running a business, selling clothes, selling hair. And I don't know, it depends on the person and it depends on your perspective on how you want to go about your life.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's why I wanted to ask your perspective on it. Because, like, I know my parents, they didn't even go like to high school. Or my dad didn't go to school at all, and my mom only made it to the 6th grade. Because it's different down there in Mexico, and they're pretty successful here. They have their own little business, and they make their way through life. So I feel like college is like a very, like all the people are like, oh well, you better go to college. You better go to college. I feel like it's not like if you don't go to college, you're not going to like have a horrible life, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like it's pushed on like POC people a lot because it's just like, okay, so we're a lot of us are the minority, so it's like, okay, now we feel like we gotta go to college to be the first to go to college or be the first to graduate, be the first to like be really successful in our life. And I feel like that's sometimes you just gotta figure out what you want to do, and I feel like that's what I do, and like you as well. Like we gotta figure out what we want to do. We realize like, okay, yeah, we got this little bit of pressure, but at the same time, I need to do my own thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you got supportive parents and stuff, then you definitely feel like, okay, I can really do this, like do whatever I want. And my parents got me through that, which
Yes,
I love.
I agree. And I also agree with the point you brought up a little bit earlier about your family being a big reason why you felt like you would be sad going away from them. Like, I definitely agree with that. Like, I know that's the reason why I chose to not go like as far out for college as a lot of other people, and why I chose to stay like near a close range where I could come back in the weekends.
Yeah.
Health back, because I mean, like, especially POC people, they're like very connected, very family based, very family oriented. So I feel like that was also a big obstacle for me. Not obstacle, but like a big, like when thinking about what I want, my plan was, they were a big.
They were a big
part of it.
factor.
Yeah, factor. There we go.
Yeah, that's how I think that's what it is for me. And even now, like I was gonna move. I don't know. There's like throughout the years, I've almost moved to Kansas City. I've almost moved to Indiana. I've almost moved to Oklahoma.
Oh.
I've almost moved a lot of places.
Yeah.
But it was just like a lot of it was just living with somebody else, and then I was just like, do I want to live with somebody else if I'm just getting out of living with 5 other people?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I feel like when I was younger, like maybe like fresh out of high school, yeah, I was kind of scared to live by myself. But now I'm like, yeah, I need to live by myself. I'm sick of all these people.
Yeah,
Get
you
away.
feel them. Yeah, so moving on to our next topic, I was wanting to talk about workforce right after high school. I know you brought up a lot about McDonald's because I know that was your first job.
Yes.
After high school, and I just wondered if you could just elaborate more, like on the jobs you've had, how they've helped you.
McDonald's, I feel like, yeah, like I said, McDonald's really just helped me. It showed me like I'm a very like, I want to do this by myself. Like I want to run something. That's what it showed me, and which I already knew. I already knew I wanted to run a business. I've had conversations with teachers before about running a business, and McDonald's really just, I don't know. I will say like I would never go back to McDonald's just because a lot of kids work there and kids is annoying.
Yeah.
And McDonald's really showed me, I don't know, friends, like how to work for my like self, you know, not work for myself, but like, I don't know, McDonald's is easy, so
Yeah.
really showed me how to like build that. I don't know. McDonald's really, I don't know, every time I talk about McDonald's, I talk about the friends I made or I've lost or whatever, because I really did make good friends, learned good lessons, and then at the same time, working at Caterpillar, I feel like working at Caterpillar showed me like, oh, if I'm finna get a job, I really gotta be on it. Like I really gotta wake up and be on it. I can't be lazy. I can't do this. And I feel like McDonald's wasn't really that. They was lenient because a lot of kids work there. And then Caterpillar was very serious. Like you have to be there on time. You got so many strikes, so many call offs, so many this. And then now, I babysit, do hair, do makeup. So I feel like doing makeup and stuff really showed me, oh yeah, this was I might want to dabble in this. Makeup for sure. I love makeup. And I feel like, yeah, that's just, I want to be a business owner. So that really, working really makes me strive to really get my own businesses together and like do my own things, because I don't want to work like this forever.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I like how you kind of segued into the next topic as well about like small business. I know in the side hustles, I know we've discussed a lot, even like in like high school. I know you've been doing makeup for quite a while, and you are at MUA. I've also know you've done YouTube videos,
Yes, that
music videos.
Yeah, I've deleted all the old YouTube. I've
not
archived
deleted.
them. They didn't get deleted. They got archived, so I can see them.
Yeah.
We don't want to see. I've rebranded my YouTube because I plan on getting back into it and doing more formal videos. Because the other videos were on the school iPad that has ended up on. But yeah, me and my friend were gonna go into a business together. We took a business class at the Ink Spot, and they brought in a couple business owners, somebody that worked with like a couple famous people in Chicago. It was a nonprofit, and it really like motivated me to really like, okay, yeah, I can really do this business stuff. Like, it be ordinary people, and it really shows me like, yeah, this is something I want to do. And then I've gotten offers from them to like go back and like come in and teach a class and talk to the class and get paid to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It was a really good. I recommend it to any kid like that wants to be in business, because even if you don't want to go to college, or they do it for high school kids too, so you can really get that taste of motivation, and they give you money too. $500, I think. Yeah, it was $500 when like after the first week, and then another $500, and then we just got $1,000.
Oh.
Twice. Dang, so they gave us $3,000 in total.
Oh, wow.
And I blew all that money. I didn't even spend it on the business stuff because I was still working on like, okay, hair, vendors. There's a lot of stuff that goes into building a business that I feel like when you start out, you don't realize. But once you really get into it, you're like, okay, vendors, logos, I gotta get certifications, where I'm gonna get all the funds from, marketing, all that stuff. And it's hard, but at the same time I feel like, okay, yeah, this is something I want to do. I just gotta get all my ducks in a row first.
Yeah, definitely. Are you able to tell us more about your MUA work?
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of makeup. I feel like next year I'm doing I thankfully can say I'm doing 2 weddings.
Really? That's so exciting.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why I feel like whenever I tell somebody about me starting out doing makeup, I always tell them, my friend Christian, I think, yeah, you got me my first big palette that I've always used. I just threw it away because it was a goner.
Yeah.
It was ripped all up. It was a James Charles palette, and I cried.
Palette.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you got me this palette. Oh my God, I love James Charles. And you still to this day, you sometimes, like, if you got palettes, you like, oh, you want this palette, and I don't use the Jeffree Star ones a lot because it's just colorful colors, and I don't usually do colorful looks on people. But still to this day, like, I always tell people, oh, my friend Christian really motivated me, like, oh yeah, I want to do makeup. Like, he got me my first palette ever, and I just you got me like a lot of palettes. The Orgy one,
yeah,
the James Charles one.
Cool one.
I use that one all the time. That's my go-to. And then the other Jeffree Star ones, I think, and that's it. And you got me some brushes too.
Brushing, the Morphe set.
And then I think my mom got me the Jeffree Star one. Did you give me the Jeffree Star ones?
Probably.
No. I don't know. It's been a minute. I can say you really contributed to my makeup, how I do my makeup. Well, not how I do my makeup, but how I like just my makeup palettes and like my products in general. And I'm always very appreciative, and I'm always gonna credit you because you really helped.
Thank you.
And I'm a very appreciative person.
Yeah. Well, I really love seeing like when you post like the faces you've done, because you can really like see the evolution of like when you started and your progress and your growth.
That's why that's what I like to do. I always like to show my growth, because I don't know, especially like when I do people that aren't Black. I feel like I've had a lot of growth with that, because I used to like not be bad, because I don't know, it's just different. So it's like, okay, now I got to do this differently.
Yeah.
When you do some like black people, okay, I could kind of do it like how I do mine. I know how to do this, and then, and that's the the two weddings I'm doing. It's like all white folk.
Really?
So, and I know I've gotten so much better. Like I really do this now, but I just feel like, yeah, starting out, I've really just grown, and I watch videos every day on just people doing makeup and how I can just better myself. Oh, I need to do this. I need to start doing this. I like how the way they do this, and I feel like that really helped me. And that's just with anything. Like whenever you're doing anything, you always gonna watch and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like that looks like it might help me, so I'm gonna do that next. So that's what helped me with doing makeup and growing what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you in a lot of those points, and I know I feel like we've almost like bonded a lot over small businesses, and I feel like it kind of runs in our blood. Because I know your mom, she like has her own side business with her hair and cosmetology as well.
Yeah, and that really, I feel like that's what really drives me, because I come from my great grandma had her own hair business. My grandma, she did Avon, but like that was basically her own business. They just give you the products and stuff. My grandma did that, so I remember packing orders with her and driving around and dropping them off. And then my mom does nails and hair, and that's where I learned how to do like hair for real. And then now me, I want to do my own business. So I just feel like, yeah, I really do. It runs in the women in my family. We just really love doing our own thing and making our own money for ourselves and building our own name, which I really like.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that's a nice thing to have your own like little business, because you're like your own like boss. And like I know sometimes people struggle with like they don't like being like bossed around almost in a sense. So that gives you that freedom to like be your own boss and also be like the boss you want to be towards other people.
And yeah, it definitely shows you like, I feel like and it helps build your professionalism, because I feel like a lot of people start out and they're not really professional, or you don't know how to do that. And even working like McDonald's and, well, I can't say Caterpillar because you're not really interacting with people for real. But working at McDonald's, you can see, you drive through McDonald's, the people is rude.
Yeah.
And I feel like working with people, like having your own business like that, and working with customers like face to face and clients and stuff, that really builds like, okay, yeah, I'm very humble. I'm a very nice person. I want to be nice to everybody, because that's the biggest thing when you have a business, the word of mouth. If you're nice to people and you're providing them all they need, they're gonna tell people, oh, come to her. Go to her. I love going to her. She's just so nice, this, that. And that's how I got most of my clients now, because a lot of people just come to me because, oh, my cousin told me you do this, my aunt told me you do this, and my mom got to be one of my biggest supporters. She always share my posts, and that's what I really appreciate.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really glad to hear that, honestly. For you, and I agree that sometimes your family can either be like your biggest cheerleaders, or sometimes they can even be like
the biggest haters.
Yeah, the biggest haters for real.
And then it's all about your support system. You gotta have good friends. You gotta have your friends can be your family, but like when you have good friends and you have good family, and they all support you, then that's gonna be your biggest motivation. And that's why I'm just gonna be forever thankful for that, because I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. And then I sometimes feel too like, what was I going to say? Well, something real inspirational. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, with the friends, like having good friends is also important, because even if they can't like support you financially, like by buying or supporting, they can always reshare your post or like comments and spread the word of mouth.
And they're definitely gonna do that. And they're definitely going to do that. They're going to make sure they do that. And my friends with my makeup and stuff, they're always going to come to me. They know, okay, Nicayla do hair, so I'm going to have Nicayla put on my wig. Nicayla does makeup, and that's my best friend right now. She always comes to me when she need her makeup done. Like yesterday, Thanksgiving, she came and she got her makeup done. And she always posting and telling people, oh yeah, Nicayla did my makeup. But that's why, yeah, supportive friends and supportive family is gonna be like, that's the biggest thing when having a business. And then if you don't, it's gonna be a little bit harder, but you gonna do it. Like if you put your mind to it, you gonna get there.
Yeah, I agree. Because I know I myself have had like many small businesses for a while now. I know Basket Up.
I still wear the shirts.
Yeah, and I know you've helped me quite a bit, like marketing and all that kind of stuff with it. You and Ella.
Yes, Basket Up. I love Basket Up. I still wear the jacket and the shirt, and people call me Becky because they see it on the jacket.
Oh, yeah.
They used to do that all the time at McDonald's.
Not Becky.
Like, your name is Becky? Yeah.
Yeah, actually I'm Becky.
Yeah, because that was my Facebook name too.
Yeah, Becky the Dawn.
Becky the
when
Blonde.
I'm blocked.
Oh yeah, Becky when I'm blocked. Becky the Dawn. Becky with the blonde. Becky with the good hair. Becky everything.
Literally. Well, I think it's time to move on to our final topic, which is hot topics in media. I know you and I have had like very similar taste in like what we like to watch. And I feel like I don't really have that over there in college. I feel like everybody does their own thing. So it's like so frustrating sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, what can I debrief about this with? And I'm like, can always count on Nicayla.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the Selling Sunset. I'm just like, oh yeah, I need to go ask Christian if he's seen this, because oh my God, this is something to talk about.
Literally.
You need to, and then you resort, when you don't got nobody to talk to, you resort to Twitter, because you know you can always find someone to talk to there.
They'd be crazy in X though. I'm like,
oh yeah, X.
Yeah, I don't want you to get canceled.
Yeah, don't come for us, Elon. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so I wanted to see what you were into currently, what you've been watching, listening to.
I'll say a lot. I've been watching. I don't know. I don't think I've been watching a whole lot of anything, just because I'm always around kids. So like I'm watching Paw Patrol. But I did watch the last season, not this recent season of Selling Sunset. I watched Selling Tampa, Selling the OC. I watched them all. As soon as they came out, I had to watch them. And then what else do I be watching? I don't think I really watch a whole lot. Law and Order. I always watch Law and Order. And then with music, my taste is everywhere. The new Doja came out. I definitely listened to that. What else new came out? Oh, the Mariah the Scientist is a good artist. I love her.
Mariah the Scientist?
Yes, a really good. It's like alternative R&B. So I like that. It's different. And then I have my like sad, depressive kind of songs that I listen to. The Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah.
What is his name? Conan Gray. I forgot his name. What else do I listen to? I like a variety. Disney songs. Hip hop. I like it all. I feel like I've really been getting into hip hop right now.
Yeah.
Getting back in my roots, what I grew up on. But yeah, music. And then I've also been watching Baddies.
Baddies.
Yes.
Baddies. What is that on?
It's like Bad Girls Club. It's on Zeus. It's like
what?
one of them side TV shows.
Oh.
But Baddies, it's very good.
Is it? Oh.
It is very good. But it's good. It's good entertainment. What else? I don't think I watch anything else. Yeah. I think that's it. I think I'll be out so much that I just don't have time to sit down and
enjoy a show.
Yeah. I just scroll through I'm on Wattpad bad. That's my downfall. That's the reason I don't watch anything, because I can't get into it. I'm gonna just click on Wattpad.
Makes sense. Yeah. I just finished the newest season of Selling Sunsets a couple weeks ago. And I was so bored I didn't know what to watch. So I started watching Selling the OC.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't expect there was something more dramatic than Selling Sunsets.
Oh, yes.
I'm on season 2 right now. And
season
Alex...
2
Yeah, because we're working on season 3 right now.
Oh, my gosh.
And Alex Hall, she needs to stop.
Yes, that's the one.
She's out of control.
Wait, which one is that? That's the one with the brown hair?
I think so.
No. There's like 5 Alexes, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there's 5 Alexes.
There's like the 2 girls that are always together.
It's not those. That one's like Rose and something else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alex Hall's the one that's friends with Polly.
Hold on. That makes me want to look up the cast.
She's like short, I think.
I know.
Brunette, I think.
Yes, and I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the one I didn't like. She's always. Oh yes, I know.
She's always
exactly
playing
who
the
you're talking
victim.
about. That's the one that went out on that trip with that boy. He was married or something, or was it?
Yeah, I think he was newly divorced.
Yes, her. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like her. She irritated me. But like on Selling Sunset, when they said the girl did.
They did the drugs. I was like, oh, I was blown away.
Chriselle, I love Chriselle.
Chriselle really like entered her little like Regina George
Yes,
era.
and I feel like everybody now, besides like the old people, the newer ones, except for her, what's the black girl's name?
Chelsea.
Yes, I like Chelsea. I like her.
Yeah.
Because she was there when Chriselle was, not Chriselle, but Christina was there.
I feel like she kept instigating Brie so much this new season though, season 7.
Yeah, she did. You could tell she was starting to do that the last season. But then, I don't know, Chriselle's really she's stepping on necks.
She is. She's ending them.
She really is. And then you got, what's her name, Mary? I don't know, Mary she don't know when to be a manager or when to be a friend.
Literally.
She'll just be sitting there stuck.
Yeah, she'd be confused with her mouth open. She'd be like, oh.
I don't know what's going to be going on.
Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure to have you here in the podcast, Nicayla.
Thank you.
Yes, I know we're out of the normal podcast studio, but I knew that I really needed to have you on my podcast and have people learn more of you and hear more of you. Would you like to share like your socials in case anyone wants to get like their makeup done and stuff like that?
Yes. My Instagram is Nicayla Nicayla _May MOY. MAY. And then my TikTok is the same thing. And then my Facebook is Moo Moo, like a cow. And then that's it, I think. And then that's it. If you go on my Instagram, then you'll see like all my other social medias tagged over there. So yes.
Yes, well again, thank you so much. And I do apologize again for the background noise. We're at home and I'm trying to do the best I can, but hopefully someday you're in Springfield and I can have you on the podcast set.
Definitely. I would definitely love to come back and really chat and talk and have a good kiki.
Definitely. If you all like a good kiki. Well, thank you, Nicayla, and thank you everyone for listening. Happy holidays. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Yes, bye-bye.